Aubrey Drake Graham single-handedly saving the culture of not only rap, but the entire black community. Let me explain. Drake has led the charts in the rap and hip hop genre for years now, continuously dropping songs that charted so many times Billboard should have sponsored OVO. After a litany of beefs with fellow artists like Meek Mill, Common, The Weeknd, Future, Pharrell, Pusha T, and now Kendrick Lamar, Drake was beginning to achieve accolades that would secure his spot as the rap savior. Massive tours worldwide, sold out shows, booked months in advance, and so many women that he was seemingly swimming in the vaginal canal. Drake eventually took over the YouTube sphere by collecting any commentator that had a buzz in the hip hop community. With the help of one DJ Academics and an endless flow of financial incentives to sway VOD sites like YouTube to target channels that promotes his defeat within the beefs, Ari became the third biggest troll in rap history, only being outtrolled by 50 Cent and Kashi 69, which was a genius move because no one wants to have constant reminders of the reactions of their failure globally viewed and laughed at. How diabolical was Aubrey? Let me explain. When Drake first started attacking his victims with a flurry of subliminal bars and his highly streamed songs, he showed his dominance. He showed the world how tough you can be when nobody knows you're beefing. He would take to social media to taunt his victims consistently, mocking and berating their pages with trolls and bots that only wanted to further increase the humiliation. Genius. Then he went up against Meek Mill, and with his enlisted support and help from TD's own Daylight, a battle rapper, he wound up destroying Meek Mill in a scathing bombardment and back to back, which was written by Daylight. Fun fact: Daylight went on a diss and he went on the diss Drake and alluded to Drake having, off XXX Tentacion after stealing his music and being called out for it. But that's okay. Okay. Then through more weird accents and adaptations of dialects in places that he has no ties to, Drake eventually decided to go after Kanye West and Pusha Terrence. This is not panning out well. Not at all for the Canadian bacon. Seeing as that Pusha T exposed his lack of bearing in the black community and his secret hidden child, they destroyed Drake. But that's okay. Years go by. Again, Aubrey showed his lack of room awareness. He wanted to take shots at multiple artists throughout this time. Then he went on to take shots at Kendrick Lamar with more subliminal shots and songs and interviews, exposing that he harbored some ill will and resentment towards Kendrick Lamar because of his superb performance of the song Control. Then back in April, Kendrick got tired of hearing all the weird shit that everything Drake had to say. So Kendrick went at Drake on a song produced by Metro Boomin featuring Future. This song struck a nerve in Drake. Got under his skin because this is the hip hop savior. It's under his skin. He has to stand up and fight. So he gets emotional and he starts to diss Kendrick Lamar back. Then J. Cole diss Kendrick and realized, I'm done. I quit, time out, and then move. Because you don't need help. Drake is the hip hop savior. He don't need help. So then he attacked Kendrick again in ways that he shouldn't, talking about family. But who cares? This is the savior, this is Drake. And then Kendrick did the unthinkable. He did the most daring thing you can do. He exposed everybody in Drake's circle, exposed his lack of credibility, exposed his failure to become one with the black community. And Drake stood on that even more so and made a bold statement to the black community and said that Kendrick raps like he's trying to free the slaves. What slaves, you ask? They're black people who only focus on the materialistic negative impacts of the culture and do not want to live outside of the stereotypical bubble. So with that in mind, Kendrick said, okay, got you. So not only will I diss you, but I'm gonna hit you with a song so potent it wakes up the black community. Now, through all these things, you wonder, why am I calling Drake the hip hop savior? With all these things against him and the allegations of the grooming and the dog touching and doing other things with dogs, how can I call him the savior? It's simple. The moment Drake called out Kendrick Lamar enlisted what we call the black community. Not only did he not diss Drake from his own perspective, but he used every single allegation against Drake that was implemented by every other, not only creator, but artist, producer, as well as entertainer and people in the entertainment industry as an entirety. Kendrick went on to diss Drake so tough to where Drake moved out of America, removed all the Kendrick Lamar diss songs from his Instagram. He dissed Drake so bad to where people in Toronto were singing Kendrick Lamar songs, spray painting Drake's buildings. Drake even faked the security being shot because he was afraid of the backlash and needed the attention drawn off. So why do I call Drake the hip hop savior? Because without Drake, Kendrick Lamar would have never pulled off this unthinkable act of bringing every gang in LA, the Pyrus, Crips, and Bloods together, unified, bring the whole state of California together into a place where no one has ever done before. No Tupac, love Pac, but he did not do that. Drake did not do that. Snoop did not do that. Mac Dre did not do that. None of these other individuals who we look at as pioneers, E40, Too Short, none of them achieved this one act of bringing every gang that's known for killing each other into one building to perform a song that's so powerful, it embodies the whole feel and energy of the entire West Coast. They don't care if they will have relatives or cousins who fought and killed each other. They put all the differences behind them to band together and stand up for the hip hop community and to prove that the West Coast is going to be the West Coast. So we had a night that not only on the night of Juneteenth, in case you don't know what Juneteenth is, I'm not going to give you a history lesson. That's what you need to look up. On Juneteenth, Kendrick Lamar threw one of the biggest concerts in California's history. Not as far as size, but as far as impact. He threw one of the most impactful concerts in California history. And then he let off a charge. From the moment that the show started, you had artists from all over California perform. Artists who, if we did not know who they were, we do now. Now we look up these artists. Now these West Coast artists who had no shine have a shine. The West Coast artists who no one has ever heard of now have a voice. He did it on Amazon Prime. So on Juneteenth, he got paid for getting a culture vulture away from the culture. I'm sorry, I hate the word culture vulture. Culture vulture implies that the person does something that benefits the culture. In case you didn't know, vultures, they eat dead carcasses and they let the rest decay and they feed the ground around it with all the nutrients so more things can grow, more animals come to that area, feed, etc., etc. It's a whole cycle. So the vultures actually give back. I tend to call people like Drake or Aubrey a culture sponge. They take from, build it up, they make it to where that's them. That's what they are, and then they just go. And they laugh at everybody else because everybody else has paid them. But what Kendrick did last night was not only spit on the face, spit in the face of Drake, but spit on the tombstone while walking across that bitch. He walked across his grave and danced across his grave with the whole West Coast. He brought so many artists out that they all had a chance. Some rap, R&B, which was still kind of rappy, producers, dancers. He brought everybody out to dance on the grave of that man. And he did one of the most amazing concerts I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I just want to give you guys a message that Drake is the hip hop savior. Because without the dumb shit that he did, we would not have what we had last night, and we would not have seen history being made. Congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. proud of y'all for what y'all done. The West Coast, stand up, do y'all thing, take y'all bow because it's that time. Keep running that victory lap. Don't run it until it's over. We have more individuals like him to get up out of here. All the groomers, out of here. Diddy, out of here. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, I appreciate you, Juan. I know the title was misleading, but I'm a very sarcastic person. So when I said Drake saved the hip hop culture, what I meant was he struck a nerve in Kendrick Lamar that ignited a flame so huge that the whole West Coast came together with, no matter how bad they were gangbanging, no matter how much hatred they had towards each other. He created something that's remarkable, and he's had something that we can build on and build from. Proud of him. Thanks, Drake, for being a dumbass. I'm out of here, guys. I appreciate you.